Cardi B's real estate moves have reached levels that even Nicki Minaj finds shocking. We're talking a $5.8 million Atlanta chateau, with chandeliers worth $60,000, a $5.85 million New Jersey estate with a $1 million renovation, and a $1.5 million Dominican villa with 2 pools. Here's what the multi-million-dollar mansions of Cardi B really look like. The Atlanta Mega Mansion. Cardi B's net worth in 2025 is estimated between $80 million and $101 million, a figure that represents far more than just numbers in a bank account. It represents validation, security, and the ability to provide a lifestyle for herself and her family that stands in stark contrast to where she came from. And perhaps nowhere is this transformation more visible than in her real estate portfolio, which has become a symbol of her meteoric rise in the entertainment industry. Let's start with the crown jewel of her collection, the property that truly announced to the world that Cardi B had arrived. In December 2019, Cardi B and her then-husband Offset purchased a palatial estate in Atlanta's upscale Buckhead neighborhood for approximately $5.8 million. But calling this place just a house would be like calling the Mona Lisa just a painting. This is a monument to success, a testament to what's possible when raw talent meets relentless ambition. Spanning an absolutely mind-boggling 22,000 square feet and sitting on nearly 2 acres of meticulously landscaped property, this mansion represents everything that luxury real estate should be. The estate features 5 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, and 4 half bathrooms, but those numbers barely scratch the surface of what this property offers. When you walk through the front doors of this magnificent estate, you're immediately struck by the architectural inspiration, a neoclassical French chateau design that wouldn't look out of place in the countryside outside Paris. Picture this: soaring ceilings that seem to reach toward the heavens, marble floors that gleam under the light of custom chandeliers, Corinthian pillars that frame sweeping staircases worthy of a Hollywood movie set. The exterior features symmetrical design with arched windows and intricate cornices that evoke the grandeur of Versailles, while the interior spaces flow from one stunning room to another with an elegance that speaks to both wealth and taste. But what truly sets this mansion apart from your typical celebrity home are the amenities that cater to every possible desire and interest. Let's talk about the wine cellar first, because this isn't some modest collection of bottles tucked away in a corner. This is a temperature-controlled sanctuary designed to hold between 1,800 and 2,000 bottles of wine, a space where any sommelier would feel right at home and where Cardi can store vintages worth thousands of dollars each. Then there's something you definitely don't see in every mansion: an indoor gun range custom built to cater to Offset's interests. This isn't just a conversation piece, it's a fully functional facility that reflects the couple's approach to security and recreation. The home theater offers another level of luxury, providing a private cinema experience where the family can watch movies in comfort that rivals any high-end theater in Manhattan or Los Angeles. Fitness enthusiasts take note. The property includes a full gym where Cardi can maintain her famously fit physique without ever having to leave the comfort of her home or deal with the hassle of gym memberships and public facilities. And speaking of comfort, the primary suite alone could serve as a luxury apartment in most cities, featuring dual bathrooms and walk-in closets that Cardi herself has described as boutique-like, essentially personal shopping experiences within her own bedroom. But wait, because we haven't even stepped outside yet. The outdoor spaces of this estate are where luxury meets leisure in the most spectacular way possible. An infinity-edge pool with accompanying cabana offers the perfect spot for those hot Atlanta summers, while a full-size basketball court provides entertainment and exercise options. Manicured gardens stretch across the property, offering privacy and beauty in equal measure, while a cigar lounge, wet bar and spa facilities round out the entertainment options. The property even includes an elevator for easy access between floors, because when you're talking about 22,000 square feet, convenience becomes not just a luxury but a necessity. There's a 4-car garage to house part of Cardi's impressive vehicle collection, which includes everything from a $400,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan to customized Lamborghinis and Mercedes-AMG models. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. Despite all this opulence, despite every amenity imaginable, Cardi B publicly stated in late 2024 that she doesn't want it anymore due to infrequent visits. This revelation sent shockwaves through social media and sparked conversations about the reality of owning multiple properties when your career keeps you constantly on the move. The mansion was listed for sale multiple times, including an attempt in 2022 at the original purchase price of $5.795 million, though it was delisted when buyers didn't materialize at the asking price. This situation perfectly illustrates the complex relationship between wealth, property ownership, and actual lifestyle needs. Cardi invested in this property at a time when her career was skyrocketing and her family was growing. The Atlanta location made sense. It's a hub for hip-hop culture, offers relatively affordable luxury compared to coastal cities, and provided space that would be impossible to find in New York at any reasonable price. At approximately $263 per square foot, the mansion represented exceptional value for money in the luxury real estate market. But ownership comes with responsibilities and costs that go far beyond the purchase price. There are property taxes, insurance, maintenance, security, landscaping, and the simple fact that a house this size requires staff to keep it running smoothly. When you're spending more time on tour, in recording studios, or managing business ventures than you are at home, the question becomes, does owning this property make financial and practical sense? Rapper Rick Ross even expressed interest in buying the property in 2024, though no deal has materialized as of October 2025. The mansion's fate remains uncertain, caught up in the complex web of Cardi's ongoing divorce proceedings with Offset, where Offset is seeking to claim either this property or another home, along with half of her assets. This Atlanta estate represents more than just bricks, mortar, and luxury amenities. It represents a moment in time when Cardi B wanted to prove something to herself, to her critics, to everyone who ever doubted that a girl from the Bronx could make it to the absolute pinnacle of success. And in that regard, the mansion has served its purpose magnificently. Whether she ultimately keeps it, sells it, or loses part of it in divorce proceedings, this property will always stand as a monument to what Cardi B accomplished in those crucial early years of her mainstream success. New Jersey estates and Caribbean escapes. Let's head north to the Garden State, where Cardi made a move that perfectly encapsulates the complicated dynamics of her relationship with Offset. In September 2021, Cardi surprised Offset with a $5.85 million mansion in Tenafly, New Jersey as a birthday present, and then proceeded to invest an additional $1 million in renovations. Yes, you read that correctly. She spent nearly $7 million on a birthday gift. But this wasn't just about romantic gestures or flashy displays of wealth. This was about creating a family haven that offered something the Atlanta property couldn't provide. Spanning 13,000 square feet on over 6 acres of land, the Tenafly estate offers a more suburban, family-oriented vibe that's ideal for raising children in a more traditional neighborhood setting. With 9 bedrooms and 9 full bathrooms, this property provides ample space for Cardi and Offset's children, Culture and Wave, to grow up with room to play, explore, and simply be kids away from the spotlight. The property's amenities read like a wish list of everything a modern family could want. The chef's kitchen features professional-grade appliances that would make any culinary professional jealous, while a banquet-sized dining room offers space for family gatherings and celebrations. There's a library for quiet reading and study, a home theater for movie nights, and an infinity pool with cabana for those warm summer days. But the outdoor amenities take things to another level entirely. A professional tennis court provides both exercise and entertainment, while manicured gardens create a peaceful private oasis. There's even a playground specifically designed for the children, along with an outdoor kitchen perfect for barbecues and alfresco dining. The property's French-style chateau architecture features a double grand staircase that became a focal point in photos Cardi shared during the renovation process. The location itself offers significant advantages beyond the property's physical features. Tenafly provides easy access to New York City, crucial for someone like Cardi, whose career often requires her presence in Manhattan for recordings, meetings, performances, and appearances. Yet it offers the privacy, space, and suburban calm that would be impossible to find within New York City limits at any price point. This is the kind of strategic thinking that separates smart real estate investment from simply buying expensive properties. However, this carefully chosen family haven has now become entangled in the messy realities of Cardi's divorce proceedings. As of 2025, Offset is seeking to claim either this property or the Atlanta mansion as part of the divorce settlement, with the added complication that he's requesting joint custody and a designated primary residence for the children. The irony that a birthday gift purchased entirely by Cardi is now being fought over in divorce court is not lost on observers of the situation. But Cardi's New Jersey real estate holdings don't stop with the Tenafly estate. She also owns a luxury condominium in Edgewater, New Jersey, purchased for approximately $1.5 million. While smaller than her other properties, this 8-bedroom, 8-bathroom waterfront estate offers something uniquely valuable. Stunning views of the New York City skyline from across the Hudson River. The Edgewater property showcases a coastal chic aesthetic with high ceilings, marble fireplaces, and custom built-ins throughout. The gourmet chef's kitchen features stainless steel appliances and a marble island, while spa-like bathrooms offer retreat-style luxury. A private terrace takes advantage of those spectacular city views, and a modified basement includes both a gym and entertainment space. It's worth noting that these New Jersey properties often get lumped together in media reports as Cardi's New York mansion, particularly when discussing the custom $400,000 basement recording studio that Cardi showcased in 2024 social media videos. This professional-grade facility allows her to record music without leaving home, a valuable asset for someone whose time is worth thousands of dollars per hour. Now let's talk about what might be the most interesting property in Cardi's entire portfolio from an investment perspective. In October 2021, Offset gifted Cardi a beachfront villa in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic for her 29th birthday, with a purchase price of approximately $1.5 million. This property represents something fundamentally different from her US holdings. It's not just a personal retreat, though it certainly serves that purpose beautifully. This is an active income-generating asset, a vacation rental property that produces revenue while also serving as a family getaway. The villa spans 7,000 to 8,000 square feet on 4 to 7 acres of oceanfront land, with 6 to 7 bedrooms and 6 to 7.5 bathrooms that can sleep up to 14 guests. The amenities at this Caribbean paradise read like a fantasy vacation package. 2 pools grace the property, a rooftop infinity pool with fountains and lounge chairs offering panoramic ocean views, and a ground-level pool accessible directly from the master bedroom. There's private beach access, a fully equipped gym, and incredibly, even a helipad for those who really want to arrive in style. For entertainment and recreation, the property boasts 3 tennis courts and a covered barbecue area with sink and grill. The gated community provides security, while daily maid and chef services can be arranged, with food costs additional. There's even an independent 1-bedroom studio for guests who want a bit more privacy or for staff accommodations. The interior design showcases a modern fusion aesthetic that perfectly suits the Caribbean setting. Wood, stone, rusted steel, raw concrete, and coral stone combine to create spaces that feel both luxurious and connected to the natural environment. Floor-to-ceiling windows throughout the property maximize those spectacular ocean views, while exposed wood beam ceilings add warmth and character to the contemporary design. But here's where the financial genius of this purchase becomes apparent. Cardi has listed the villa on Airbnb, where it rents for $836 to $899 per night. This means that while she and her family can use the property whenever they want, it's also generating significant rental income during the times they're not there. Given the property's luxury amenities, beachfront location, and capacity to sleep up to 14 guests, it likely stays booked for much of the high season. This strategy demonstrates sophisticated wealth management, buying in an emerging luxury market where property values are appreciating, generating rental income to offset ownership costs, and creating a personal retreat all at the same time. The current market value could easily exceed $2 million given appreciation in the Dominican luxury real estate market and the improvements made to the property. What's particularly noteworthy about this property is that it appears to be solely in Cardi's name as a gift from Offset, which means it likely won't be contested in their divorce proceedings. This villa represents the kind of asset that can provide both personal enjoyment and financial returns for years to come, regardless of what happens with her other properties or her personal relationships. Wealth, rivalry, and real estate reality. Now that we've toured through the physical properties, let's talk about what all of this really means from a financial perspective, because the numbers behind Cardi B's real estate empire tell a story that's just as compelling as the properties themselves. Cardi's total real estate holdings are valued at approximately $11 to $12 million based on purchase prices, though current market values could be significantly higher due to renovations, improvements, and appreciation in all the markets where she owns property. When you consider that her total net worth is estimated at $80 million according to Celebrity Net Worth, with some sources suggesting it could be as high as $101.6 million, her real estate portfolio represents roughly 12 to 15% of her total wealth. This percentage is actually quite strategic from a wealth management perspective. Unlike some celebrities who overinvest in real estate to the point where they're house rich but cash poor, Cardi has maintained significant liquidity while still building impressive property holdings. This balance allows her to continue making strategic investments, handling business opportunities, and maintaining the lavish lifestyle that her fans have come to expect. Speaking of that lifestyle, let's talk about Cardi's spending habits. because they provide crucial context for understanding her relationship with money and property. Cardi has publicly discussed monthly expenditures ranging from $250,000 to $3 million, covering everything from beauty treatments and fashion to housing costs and family expenses. The child-related costs alone are staggering. Cardi revealed she spends approximately $300,000 monthly on her 3 children, covering tuition at elite private schools, 24-hour security, proper nutrition, and the kind of lifestyle befitting children of one of hip-hop's biggest stars. Mortgages on her properties total approximately $46,000 monthly, which represents a significant ongoing expense even for someone of her means. But Cardi doesn't just spend money on necessities. She indulges in luxury with an unapologetic enthusiasm that her fans find refreshing. Post-divorce, she embarked on a spending spree exceeding $2 million in a single month on jewelry and designer bags, including $200,000 at Eliant & Company, $120,000 at Benny the Jeweler, and $65,000 at Adore the Couture. Her jewelry collection alone is worth millions, featuring pieces like a $400,000 Playboy bunny necklace with 750 grams of gold and 160 carats of diamonds, a $2 million Titanic heart-shaped ring, a $500,000 engagement ring, and most recently a $73,000 Cartier watch gifted by boyfriend Stefan Diggs as part of a $189,000 Cartier jewelry haul. Her car collection, despite the ironic fact that she doesn't have a driver's license, includes a $400,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, multiple Lamborghinis including an Aventador and Urus, a Bentley Bentayga worth over $300,000, and a Mercedes-AMG G63 valued at over $200,000. These vehicles often feature custom diamond encrusting and vibrant color wraps that make them unmistakably Cardi's. This level of spending has led to rumors and speculation about financial struggles, especially given her ongoing divorce complications. Cardi has publicly stated that Offset won't finalize their divorce unless she pays his taxes. He owes nearly $2 million in tax liens and gives him millions in cash payments plus property. Offset has also requested spousal support and half of Cardi's assets, despite having his own net worth estimated at around $40 million. These divorce complications provide important context for understanding Cardi's real estate situation. When you're fighting over who gets what property, when you're dealing with demands for payments and asset splits, when you're trying to protect what you've built while also managing the emotional and practical realities of ending a marriage, suddenly that underused Atlanta mansion becomes more than just a property. It becomes a negotiating chip, a symbol of what's at stake, and a reminder of how complicated wealth can become when personal relationships dissolve. But let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because Cardi's real estate story doesn't exist in isolation. It exists within the context of hip-hop culture, where property ownership represents more than just having a place to live. It represents having made it, having succeeded, having proved everyone wrong who ever doubted you. This context becomes even more interesting when you consider Cardi's ongoing rivalry with fellow rapper Nicki Minaj. While there's no verified evidence that Nicki Minaj was directly shocked by any of Cardi's mansions, fans constantly compare their respective real estate holdings as part of their broader competition for supremacy in female rap. Nicki Minaj's primary residence is a $19.5 million estate in Hidden Hills, California, spanning 12,000 square feet with 8 bedrooms, a guest house, saltwater pool and spa. Minaj's net worth is estimated at $150 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth, with some sources suggesting it could be as high as $190.5 million, making her the wealthiest female rapper. Fans on both sides use these numbers as ammunition in their ongoing debates. Minaj supporters point out that her single mansion is worth more than all of Cardi's properties combined, emphasizing the exclusivity and prestige of Hidden Hills compared to Atlanta's more affordable luxury market. They highlight that Minaj bought the property off-market for maximum privacy, with no floor plans or details available to the public. Meanwhile, Cardi's supporters emphasize her diversified portfolio approach, noting that she owns multiple properties across different markets rather than putting all her eggs in one basket. They point out that Cardi's Atlanta purchase gave her more square footage for her money, allowing her to create the kind of amenity-rich lifestyle that would cost far more in California, And they note that Cardi's Dominican Republic property generates rental income, making it an investment rather than just a personal expense. The reality is that both approaches have merit. Minaj's single, ultra-high-value property in an elite market represents one valid wealth strategy, while Cardi's diversified portfolio across multiple price points and locations represents another. Cardi famously responded to wealth comparisons by saying she has condos in Minaj's head, implying she lives rent-free in her rival's thoughts. A perfect encapsulation of how these property discussions tie into their broader personal and professional rivalry. What's particularly interesting is how Cardi's real estate journey mirrors her overall approach to wealth and success. She started by purchasing a 3-story home for her mother in 2018 for approximately $600,000, fulfilling a childhood dream and taking care of family even as her own career was just taking off. This wasn't about showing off or making a statement. It was about using her newfound wealth to provide security and comfort for the woman who raised her. From there, each property purchase has served a specific purpose. The Atlanta mansion to establish herself in hip-hop's capital city, the New Jersey estates to provide family-friendly environments near New York, the Dominican Republic villa to diversify internationally while generating income. This is strategic wealth building, not just random luxury purchases. And despite all the mansions, all the luxury, all the millions of dollars in real estate, Cardi maintains a remarkably grounded perspective on what it all means. She defends her spending by emphasizing that she's self-made, pays substantial taxes, and never received government assistance. She famously stated, "I'm not surviving, baby," emphasizing enjoyment over mere survival, a philosophy that resonates with fans who see her as someone who refuses to dim her light or apologize for her success. Whether she ultimately keeps the Atlanta mansion or sells it, whether her divorce changes the structure of her holdings, whether she adds more properties or consolidates what she has, none of that changes the fundamental achievement of what Cardi B has built. From a girl who had nothing to becoming a woman with a real estate portfolio worth millions across multiple countries, that's a story of transformation, determination, and the kind of success that only happens when talent meets opportunity and relentless work ethic. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.